everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm here with Spellbinders to show you a new monthly die club kit that they have created. It's by Becca Feeken, and it's called the Amazing Paper Grace. So this will be available every month. November 1st is the first month that this is available. And as usual, I'll have links to everything down below. But let's get started, because this die can do a couple different things. So very intricate, very detailed. You have a large panel. You have some small pieces. You have a frame. So I just took care of the die cutting of all of my pieces. That big frame does not fit on a standard A2 size card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. However, it will fit on a 5 by 5 1/2 card base. So you just want to make sure that you do measure that. As always, their dies, never a problem with one pass. Of course, with the smaller intricate ones, the tool-in-one makes it a lot easier to pop those little pieces out, because if I don't, I will tear my piece. Yes, ask me how I know. So what I've done is I've cut this frame, the very detailed frame. I've also used the outline die from this frame, which is separate, to cut a panel, a solid panel. And I'm going to place this frame up on top of that gray. So there's going to be a little bit of gray coming around, out around it, from underneath, and so forth. So it's going to make this a little bit more sturdier. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the inside frame and I'm going to just pop that in. It's like a puzzle. It'll just snap in there. I'm going to run that through my platinum, and then that's going to generate my opening. But I still have the frame, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm using my Nuvo Deluxe, and I grabbed a piece of acetate, and I'm going to set that down, and then I'm going to trim off the excess of the acetate, and I'm going to set that aside. So you can see my acetate sheets are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so you can see the width of it. It is very close to, or just under 5 inches. So I doubled up my double-sided foam tape, and I'm going to place that around after the acetate is set. And I'm just going to make sure that I put a generous amount, lots of of double-sided foam tape. We got to double it. Because I don't want the edges to collapse. There's a lot of intricate pieces there. I dug around in my stash and I found some gold sequins, I found some cream sequins, I found some white frost, some iridescent, and I just created a little mix there. I'm going to carefully pull the release paper. Now, you want to make sure that you keep your hands on this so that it doesn't fly through the air, because maybe that tape catches on something as you're pulling the release tape off. Again, ask me how I know. This is recording number 2. Yeah, it was fun. Sequins everywhere. You thought glitter was bad. But we keep on going, right? Right. So I also cut a second panel. Once my sequins are in and leveled out, I create that second panel and just set that over the double-sided foam tape. So now I have my shaker panel. I cut my card base to be 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, and it's a side folding. So that's actually going to be, no, I'm sorry, it is a top folding. So it's actually going to be cut 5 1/2 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so again, it's a top folding card still. It's just 5 1/2, cut 5 1/2 by 11, and then it's scored at 5 1/2. So it's going to give me a 5 1/2 inch square top folding card. I grabbed my gold piece because I wanted to set that up on top of the acetate. So I was able to cut that out. I used some gold mirror. grabbed a very heavy acrylic block to set that down. That was going to take a while to dry, so I did need to make sure that that's set. When you're gluing on acetate, it could take just a little bit longer for the glue to adhere. So just take that extra time. Also within this die, you've got some trees, you've got some holly and berries, you've got a church, you've got a house, you've got Santa and his reindeer in the sleigh. So there's so many things that you can do, and what I chose to do with the houses and the trees is to put them on the inside of my card, just along the bottom. So I'm going to have a little bit of a scenery going across there. The paper that I used for the white and the frame on the outside is actually the Recollections Shimmer cardstock. I just love that cardstock, especially because it's got this gold tint, but yet it looks white. And then if you turn it the other way, it looks like mother of pearl. It's really a different type of shimmer. So I do have a lot of that on stock. I'm going to take the Santa and the reindeer, and I'm going to put that going across my gold frame. Now you could have put that down first and then put your gold frame on top. You know, totally your choice. I like to just have it going across the front there. I also cut 4 of the holly and berries, and I'm going to use my micro dots to glue them into the corner of the frame. So they're just going to come off the 4 corners where the gold's meeting the white frame. Once that's set, I'm going to pull out my Nouveau drops, and I pulled out my gold. I'm going to put a drop at the corner where the berry is for each of the hollies, and then I'm going to outline the frame. And what I mean is I'm going to put a gold drop within each of those sections within the frame. It creates like an oval. So I'll be doing that to all 4 sides. And once you get the Nouveau drops rolling, they really do start coming out. But of course I won't bore you with all of that. And that is our shaker card using the die set from the Amazing Paper Grace new Die of the Month Club Kit. Now there's also a video, and I'll link that down below, where you can make this Z-type card, and you can see how all of the elements can just fall in there. I actually played with that. That was not my design. That's actually Becca Feeken's, and I will link to the video where she shows her making that. It was a good way for me to get used to this. Now also know that this die works with other dies as well. And again, I will have them linked below in all of the details in the video description and also on my blog. So if you're interested in this, make sure you check below. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think this is absolutely a gorgeous die. If you have any questions or comments, also leave those down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You don't want to miss all the future videos that will be coming out very soon. I hope everyone is having a great day. But always remember what's most important. Always be creative.